Good swing, good shot yet again. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the
So that one settles about 18 feet away from the cup. Pretty good shot. Chance to set himself up for a good shot here.
It's at sneaky distance.
Oh boy, a drop shot here at the third. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey.
So, 2 over early. Did the job right there. Frank, here on the 4th tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Headed for the bunker? Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Well, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. So in the bunker, getting set to play the 5th shot. Okay, a bunker shot here, shot the pros really like. The amateurs, they don't like it as much. And it is not looking like a good lie. Hate to say it, but that is a quadruple bogey, double the par, and time to pick up and move on. So they'll tap in. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall.
Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Now the approach shot here at the 5th hole at Chambers Bay, and how difficult is this?
Well, it looks straightforward, but the second shot, once again, just semi-blind. You've got to be very aware of that little central bunker that's just short of the green, because you're either going to have to go over it or around it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
The outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. 11 feet away. Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That had to really hurt Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
For par. Three under on the day. In for a bogey. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right, but find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par fours. So good drive here, just a short iron in.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design.
Rich, now's the time to knuckle down. I know things haven't gone right up to this point, but really, this is where you can still get something out of it. Just give yourself that opportunity. You're good enough.
Beauty of golf, Frank. One good strike comes off the center of the bat, one good result, and you begin to feel differently about things.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Frank, what do you think about this approach here at the 6th?
Well, one of the few greens here that's protected on both sides. Rather narrow green, and you can see really what happens if you miss. Bunkers left and right. Plus there's a couple of ridges, so club selection is important here.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time. It's no snack, though.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Didn't go in, Frank, but not a bad effort. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Everything has gone wrong today. It just continues to be ugly.
On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward, because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Now the approach shot here at the 7th, Frank, and this one is up the hill.
It is, and the green is sort of split into thirds. There's a little piece back left, there's a piece back right, and that bigger portion in the front. So once again, you got to choose what shot am I trying to hit, and do I have the right club?
You can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Third shot, looking for a good one. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. So a tester from 4 feet.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Been a rocky round. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Good contact, good result. This has really been an airtight performance to this point, just flawless. Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, the USGA was determined to hold a U.S. Open in the state of Washington. It had never hosted one before.
And it's determined, too, to go to sites that are more natural. We saw that with Pinehurst in 2014, the restoration by Corin Crenshaw, and we're seeing it with Chambers Bay. These are golf courses, I think, that any level of players can go out and play, rather than the US Opens of the sort of the 80s and the 90s that were just so stringent.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Getting set now over the putt.
Just seems an absolute waste. Got to take your time.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just 5 feet left. Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going. I don't think a tourniquet is going to work after that one.
Tough to watch. Frank, the 9th hole, called Olympus. And that is very grand sounding. Like something that...
You're talking Greek god here, aren't you? Come on, this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. This has really been impressive. Started off slowly, just didn't have a whole lot, but kind of hung in there, fought when it wasn't going their way, and now here they are with a few birdies, really playing well at the closing stretch. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause. Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Lining this one up for par. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
It happens sometimes, Frank. They don't all drop.
No, but you try telling him right now.
You almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Just a little tap in here. And now at 1 under for the round. Moving on to the back nine here at Chambers Bay in the state of Washington. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what's the 10th hole all about?
Dunes left and right, hence the name High Dunes. Obviously split the fairway there. But one of the factors of true links golf is you normally get to putt in the calm. The dunes protect this green from all the wind, so a relatively flat putting surface.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway. What a great shot.
Here's the approach shot, starting to find the rhythm now after that balky beginning.
Yeah, good opportunity here. Flag very much one you can aim at, and especially as they're starting to play well.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
This is probably the flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Haven't seen that a whole lot today, but they'll take it, and they're at 8 over. Needs this for par. Did the job right there. Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
Yeah, it looks straightforward. You'll see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Here we go. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
The 11th hole, Frank, what's the right way to get at it?
Just got to be cognizant of that ridge that cuts through the middle of this green, that sort of turns this green into one simple green into all these little complex sort of sections. That's the biggest thing, but that's also, you realize very, very quickly, you're playing links golf today.
These putts keep the round together. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Going to move on with a par in his pocket. Everything has gone wrong today. It just continues to be ugly. Measuring 311 yards, the 12th Frank seems to offer an opportunity for a player to do something pretty dramatic here.
Yeah, it's called the Narrows. Really, it should be called the Temptation, because what player stands on a tee knowing he can reach and doesn't take up the gauntlet?
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Somehow that managed to miss the bunker, Frank.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand for sure.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle.
It's at sneaky distance. You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Right there. And getting ready for the putt. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Has it, and he's 2 under par. 13th hole now. It's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, a bunker in front of the green here. So how does that impact what the player's going to do?
Well, it's not just the bunker, too. It's the ridges left and right that are going to repel a shot. So if you go too far left to that bunker in front of the green or too far right, that ball's going to kick all the way off the green. So really, that bunker's a good line, but you've got to carry it.
Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
Superb position, right in the fairway, and 200 yards to the flagstick.
Well, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Pretty good effort right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Getting set now over the putt.
So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 7th hole seems to have shaken his confidence. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Frank, what do you want to do with the approach here at the 14th?
Just use that, the mounding that's sort of supplied there in front of you, the right side of the screen, maybe kick it towards it. There is a, sort of runoff area to the left, but then all of a sudden you're in the sand. So keep the ball slightly right of center.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off, or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
This one's looking good. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Looking to splash this softly onto the green.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Can't get them all back at once, but does go in the right direction. Now at +4.
So, Frank, that's a bogey, and you see something with the body language here?
Yeah, I think we noticed that back there with that double bogey, Rich. Since then, it's almost like doubts crept in, a little bit of uncertainty. That is the beauty of this game at times, but really, if you want to be a champion, that's one thing that you have to change. Somehow, you've got to forget what's just happened. We haven't seen that yet.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the green side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
So, Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just a couple of feet. Chases that in for par to stay at 4 over. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3, you can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of the US Open. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I tell you, a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close. Second shot.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walk-in golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Solid effort today, round of 72. Frank, this was our first trip to Chambers Bay here in the state of Washington, and it provided a stunning and dramatic backdrop for the national championship for the U.S. Open.
It's been a fun time in the U.S. Open history. We had Pinehurst in 2014, and go to a true links course in Chambers Bay has realized that golf shouldn't be stereotyped. This is a fantastic golf course, and it's one, obviously, where you've got to have every department of your game on song.
Nothing quite like it. A U.S. Open, and this one from Chambers Bay was something to behold. For my partner Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long from Chambers Bay. Today we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
First and foremost,
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, we've called golf all around the world, but never at a golf course quite like this.
Rich, we've picked a perfect day. It's usually here about 64 people running around, battling it out for domination.
It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target.
Good chance at one.
Rich, it's gone.
In the hole. You do not see that every day. That, folks, is a hole-in-one. Wow. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. Lost that one, out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB.
One of the things I think that's captivated the audience now with Rory McIlroy is he's doing things that we thought only one other player could do, and that's Tiger Woods. When you can street fields in a major championship by nearly double figures, that's when you're in a class in your own. And I know that stayed in the obvious.
He has a gear, Frank, that I don't think other players have. You might be rolling along at 95 miles per hour and you think you're moving, and you look to your right and you blink and go, who was that? Somebody just went by me, and he's doing 125 and making it look easy. This kid is really special. And getting ready for the putt. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Frank, as we look at the second, your average hole with, say, a few bunkers, maybe even a pond, that would be a walk in the park compared to what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, early surveillance said that guard shack just to the right of the green is actually not empty, so be a little aware of that when you cross the bridge. Green just 167 yards away, though, from the tee.
Appears to be tracking well. That is classy.
chance of going in.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. To 1 over par early on in this round. Over the putt, this is Jordan Spieth. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And the other good thing, too, he's actually putting well.
Frank, this is a golf course that takes every bit of modern equipment, telecommunications, hardware to get the job done. Woods, irons, hybrids. I'll tell you this, a little Kevlar wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah, if you don't have that there today, you'll catch some flack.
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot, miss a short one, also one shot.
That's painful.
Almost. Wow. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Has to feel good at 3 under par in the early going. 2 over for the day.
Frank, here at the 4th, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side. If it's successful, this rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area. And of course the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like too much for just one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight crew, Frank.
Well, Rich, we should dig ourselves a trench and see what happens. Surely not.
That will be a great look at birdie.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Bit of a disappointment there.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Good putt and a good move now to 4 under. Putt for par. Needs one. That's a par. Stays at +2.
This is the par 3 fifth, Frank. This one goes back towards that destroyer, which came out of nowhere just a few holes ago. Glad we didn't pick that tower.
Well, anything to the right, and you'll definitely be swimming. Actually, we'd have to bring in the Navy SEALs probably to get it up and down from there.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in.
This from about 10 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card. Now up to the 6th tee. We're back against that destroyer. Frank, you need to take it over that small island?
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still... This is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Good-looking shot right here. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Has it for par, stays at -5. Back to par for the round. Now on to the 7th, and Frank, this potentially a tricky hole.
Green well protected in the short and to the right there by that concrete blockade. Green lines up nicely, not overly long too, and really just a nice shot on target. Just be wary of the breeze though in case it's coming off the water. It'll blow it towards those palm trees.
And you don't want to get stuck down in the trenches either. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
I like the looks of this one. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed the bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket.
Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Just a couple of feet. Six under on the day. Now at the 8th here at Parasol Storm, this is a relatively short hole, but if you notice off to the left, Frank, there is a basketball court, and that allows me the chance to say, from way downtown, yes!
Well, if you miss this green, you might be able to sign up too. There's plenty of barracks. You can just take a left turn, go into there and enlist. But if you want to keep playing, par 3, under 200 yards, and see if you can safely get on deck. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Oh, what a shot. I mean, almost in.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good putt, and now 1 under par.
Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Rounding out this front 9 mission here, the 9th hole, shot over the building.
But I need to be careful. The front left of the screen is guarded by a tower, and anything right, you'll be ducking for cover in the trenches.
Been a real battle out here today. Just need to keep it all together. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
He's made a birdie, takes the score to 2 under par.
Great too.
Beautiful. It's the start of the back 9 mission. Rich Lerner for EA Sports, along with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us a little bit about the 10th.
A very civilized par 3, Rich. This is the more populated part of the island. Just over 150 yards, which makes it reachable for anybody. Just a short iron coming in. You're going to need a short iron too, because that flag today on the left, tucked behind those palm trees, well away from the beach. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Frank, about 150 yards to that hole location.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. You know, that one is going to end up in the rough.
Really? This is that awkward length.
Frank, just a surgical touch out there.
And the scorecard reflects yet another birdie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. The 11th hole here at Paracel Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Jordan Spieth eyeing this putt for birdie.
Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, the 12th hole here at Paracel Storm at 241 yards, island green. I can't think of a harder par 3 in the world.
This hole, you really have to be wary on the direction of the wind, because if it's coming off the island, then it's going to blow it towards the water. It's going to make this tee shot so much more difficult. Conversely, if you get a little sea breeze, it's going to help. It's going to hold it up there and make this whole play that little bit easier.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
"19 feet away." Oh, what a putt from long distance, bottom of the barrel.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Here we are now at the 13th, and Frank, this is a stout-looking hole.
Rich, it certainly is. No time to be superstitious on number 13. The trenches, they protect the back and the right of this green. Anything left of that, time to call in the Navy.
That one was running so hot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
This is a cross-country special.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
No way! He holed it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. -3 now for the round.
Frank now at the 14th and really a simple objective here.
It looks like an old sand dune where they've just put a green on top. Rather benign. It might just sneak up on you, though. It really just looks like green and beaches with a few palm trees behind. But beware.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Clean this up with a tap. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under.
Yeah, here we go. Starting to roll now. 4 under with that birdie. Now to the 15th, and Frank, where exactly is the green here?
Well, I think you need the Jungle Book to try and decipher this one. A little short par 3 up and over there. There is a green in amongst that jungle, and even the green has its own little mini jungle in it.
This is one of my favorite holes on this golf course.
What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole.
He'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. $14 under on the day. And just take a look out at the battleships burning,
Those solar panels, the bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And getting ready for the putt.
Oh, good roll. Good putt.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Coming to the end of this battle, now at the 17th hole, Frank.
Yeah, the penultimate hole. Par 3. We've got to walk across the bridge to get there. And it looks relatively benign at the moment. We've seen a lot of things pop up. The Destroyer is a great reminder of that. Hole is under 200 yards, so within reach. But we've got to once again parachute in all the trouble to the front and the right side of this green. Ball has to be hit nice and high.
That will be a great look at birdie. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie.
That has to feel good. That's a birdie.
8-foot putt here. Seven under on the day.
Now the finishing hole, Frank, and just a spectacular looking hole.
Yeah, chance to complete our mission should we succeed here at 18. If anything, you want to keep the ball a little left of the flag. Otherwise, we're off the beach.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh, good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to roll the ball very well.
Frank, what a day of golf we saw out there today. The kind of performance that a General Schwarzkopf, a General Patton would be proud of.